Muy buenas noches. Lección 22 para la primaria superior. Choosing a diccionario. I think you're ready to start thinking about what kind of a diccionario you need. Not everyone needs the same kind. I'll show you some that I have, and I'll tell you why I like them. Now here's my biggest diccionario. It's for English, but not exactly. And that's why I like it so well. And that's why I've included it in my stack of diccionarios for Spanish students. I received this one as a gift from someone who knows me well, probably my wife. This is an English diccionario, but if you look at it, you will see lots and lots of information that I find very interesting, besides definitions. Let's just look up some words so I can show you what I mean. Let's see, I'll just go through here and find one. And it is, okay, here's a word, Ladino. I'm surprised to find this in this English dictionary. It says Spanish. Literally, it means Latin. Often capitalized, a westernized Spanish-speaking Latin American. Well, I don't know. I'm not too crazy about their definition of that. There's much more to it. Let me go to some other ones. But it was interesting. Actually, that one has to do with people in Central America, mainly, as far as my own experience goes, some people who are actually native people. And they're often called Indians. And when they decide to leave their hometown and merge into the rest of the Spanish-speaking society, then they quit speaking the language of their own people, and they quit dressing like their own people, and they begin dressing and speaking like most of the other people in society who speak Spanish. Ladinos. They have left their first language and part of their first lifestyle behind, and they try to fit in with everybody else. I think it's kind of sad myself. So it's kind of interesting that we picked out that word right off the bat. Well, let me just flip here over to the word product. It says from Middle English, from medieval Latin. So you see, it's not just an English dictionary. This big old, good old dictionary here shows you how English is built on other languages. Let's go to the word ruby. Middle English, Middle French, medieval Latin. Oh, it's a form of the word robin and reddish. Now I have this other English dictionary. It's much smaller, as you see. And what I like about it is I don't have to have much space to look at it. It's easier to carry around. It shows how English has come about from all kinds of languages, and that is why English is often called a borrowed language. This is my favorite Spanish dictionary. Actually, it is Español, Inglés, Inglés, Español. In other words, take a Spanish word, it tells you what it means in English, or you look up the English word, and it'll tell you what it means in Spanish. So the first half of this one it gives you the Spanish word first, and then the second half gives you the English word first. One of the things you want to look for in a dictionary is, does it give you lots of good examples of how the word is used? One of my sister-in-laws has a nephew who came over to visit her and my brother once. They all speak Spanish. And my sister-in-law looked out the window one spring day and saw the blooms on one of her trees. And she said to her nephew, "Mira los patos en el árbol." Her nephew understood her to be saying, "Look at the ducks in the tree." I would have understood it the same way. But my sister-in-law meant the blooms on the tree, not ducks. So let's see if this diccionario here has such examples like that about patos. Okay, where? Okay, pato, 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 pato. Okay, now we know it'll have the word pato because pato is always a common word for duck. Pato, pato, pato. No, that's pato. Okay, here we go. It can mean a bedpan. It can mean a gate crasher. It can mean somebody's broke. A duck. No? Okay, nothing here about that. At any rate, you can see that there are lots of other definitions in here for pato, not just an animal. Now here's one called Langenscheit's Pocket Dictionary. Now this one doesn't have as many descriptions in it, as many definitions, as many examples, and that is why I like this one. This is a pocket dictionary. It's easy to stick in a backpack or a coat pocket. I don't think I'd want to stick it in my pants pockets, but it's really good when you just want to know what a word is usually supposed to be. So if I looked up pato in this one, well, let's just see. See, I don't need to know. When I'm traveling light, I don't always want to have I don't want to have a big dictionary with me. Okay, here, pato. Here it is. It's called duck. The definition is duck. And then a few examples of how to use it. All right, that's the Langenscheit's Dictionary for Spanish. Also, I have this one by the same company in Portuguese. So, when I'm looking up a Portuguese word, a lot of times, most of the times, I just want to know the definition. I don't want to know any more usually. Here is a dictionary that's very old. In fact, the front cover is so scraped up you can't even tell who it's from. But it is from the University of Chicago. And what I like about it is in the back, it has a lot of expressions or phrases, sentences, just all kinds of things like how to say, don't let him pull the wool over your eyes, which means don't let him fool you. And then here's one about killing time. And at least in Costa Rica, they would say killing the snake. So, I mean, this is really, really fun stuff to look at. And if you're going to a particular country, you might have fun looking them over because they have them listed. Like, here's some for Argentina. Do all the Spanish-speaking people know these expressions? No. And you don't need to know them all. From place to place, there are some changes, some differences. Now, here is another dictionary by, I don't know if it's pronounced Vo or Vox. It doesn't tell you where words come from, but it does give you some examples, gives you quite a few definitions for certain words that you might not find in smaller dictionaries. So that's one to look at. And then I have one here that's quite old, an Amsco Dictionary. I haven't looked at it for a long time. I think it's an excellent dictionary. If you want a dictionary that shows you pretty quickly what the word is, and you don't want to pull out your big dictionary, then this is another one that can do you well. And then finally, I have this little mini dictionary for Chinese. Now, I'm still learning how to use it, so I can't tell you much about it. But you see, I use a lot of dictionaries, and I'm glad to have every single one. Sometimes what I'm looking for, I can't find in all the dictionaries. It's just one of these, just one of them, and I never know which one it's going to be. But sometimes what I'm looking for is in just one of those dictionaries. There are so many words in language that it's really impossible to get every word in there. Otherwise, you'd be carrying around a dictionary that was as big as your house. What kind of a dictionary do you need? Well, look them over. Think about the things I told you about what I like about them. And the people that make the dictionaries know that people like different things. There are some dictionaries that have lots of pictures in them. Well, those are cool too. But the best advice I can give you is if you can talk somebody into getting you 10 dictionaries, go get them. Pick them out very carefully. You'll never be sorry. Hasta luego.